There we go. Now we're no longer muted, guys. So, first of all, I planned on starting a little bit later tonight, but I did have something weird happen earlier. So I'm like out in the country, living on a dead end road. Saw two cop cars go by. Those two cop cars, uh, after that second cop car went down to the end of my lane and waited for like 5 minutes and then turned around, came back. As soon as he came back and left, I heard a helicopter overhead. So, there's some crazy shit going on here. Be curious to see what happens. But let me get the tunes on. I just played that. There we go. I did just go ahead and get my stream edited, and that's all been kind of fixed up. I'm probably gonna be keeping like one earpiece off, just so I can hear anything and everything around me. Because I gotta be cautious. I don't know what's going on. I've been told that I pretty much. Oh, wait, let me fix that webcam real quick. Hold on. There we go. Now we got Dum Dum on there. But guys, yeah. So apparently, the sheriff's office is I don't know if it's. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I think law enforcement is after someone in the area. I just gotta be cautious right now. So I'm still gonna go ahead and get everything pulled up. It's just we might be a little more relaxed and chill tonight. We might not even stream quite as long. I don't know. It just depends on what goes on tonight, what happens, and yeah. It's kind of nuts though. Kind of nuts. We got okay. Dude, I might look this up on ChatGPT again too to see like what's even going outside right now for me. We got some crazy shit. But yeah, no. So put it in perspective, guys. I don't live too far from my folks. They called the sheriff's department, and apparently, yeah. So law enforcement's after someone. They're looking for someone. They're checking our farm. They're moving around the area. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my ear, at least one ear, open tonight so I can hear and kind of be a little more observant on what's going on. I might even pull up the news website at some point and see if they've released any information based on like what's going on and what I was even experiencing here. But like there was a police helicopter just outside my house searching, man. I'm gonna do a quick test message, see if we got YouTube working. There it is, perfect. No, we do not need to change anything there. All right, we got chat working. Let's test the lights. So if we type in !police, we should get some flashing lights. There it is, we're good. We got lights working, YouTube chat's working. Basically my main two things I want working right now because I didn't have YouTube chat working before. So, all right. Ooh. Yeah, so real quick before I switch over and do anything, guys, because I do plan on playing KOTOR 2 tonight. Just kind of have a lot going on outside of this. I need to go ahead and at least do a quick Google search. I would like to see if the sheriff's office has actually posted like any updated information on everything that's going on. So on now. I'm trying to think. Well, person of interest. I'm gonna say around. All right, so I gotta do some quick research here, guys. So it says there are no active widespread public alerts for a person of interest or suspect specifically sought in around my area as of June 2026. Okay. For relevant historical context, local law enforcement had previously dealt with the following incidents in that area. There was 2022. There's a foot pursuit. They were searching for a man who fled on foot from officers near my area. Cool, but that's years ago. 2020, there were vehicle burglaries. There were 7 early morning vehicle burglaries. You're talking about like a tiny ass town, hardly anyone lives in. But they don't have any information. Wait, nope, that's 2022. 4 hours ago, authorities are investigating a recent, it says 2 people of interest were developed through the investigation. Hold on, guys. I think I just found some information on what I'm having to deal with right now in my area, which is crazy. Hopefully we can get going on some KOTOR 2 here before long. I do plan on progressing through that. I've got to make sure I'm careful here. Okay, so 4 hours ago, this was posted. They said the authorities are investigating a recent residential burglary. It was announced late Wednesday morning. Okay. But why are they just now? So a handgun was stolen in a recent home burglary. Guys, this is how insane is this? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's announced late Wednesday morning. So they've been on the run since late Wednesday morning. Guys, so you guys do not know this. So earlier, Dalton better be here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome back in. Guys, so I was dealing with something earlier before I came on the stream. So earlier I had So just to give you guys some background information, I live middle of nowhere on the family farm on a dead-end road, right? I had 2 cop cars come down my road today. Well, literally right after work. Like right after I got off work, I went inside. My brother saw a cop car go down the road. And then I saw one just not too long ago go down to the end of my road. He sat there for like 10 minutes and then he pulled out, turned around and left. And immediately after he leaves, I hear a helicopter overhead. So there's a police helicopter that's out and about, and they're law enforcement searching for someone in my area. And this is highly unusual, guys. This is something that happens maybe once every like 2 to 3 years. Like this never happens here. So I'm just like, I'm currently trying to look up any sort of information I can figure out, just to kind of be a little more aware and stay safe. Because I don't know what's going on. Zacho, thank you so much for sharing the live, man. Beacons, a Gondor, lit. I appreciate it, man. But dude, yeah, so apparently in a town nearby, there was a burglary where someone stole a handgun. And I think this is related to the person or people that they're currently looking for in my area. And that burglary was reported around 8:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. Okay, they also stole multiple items totaling $500. That's not much. I don't know what they're doing, bro. Among the items stolen were a handgun. They said that the frame of the burglary is believed to be between June 15th and the 22nd. Alright, cool. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe they suspected those people came this way. Maybe someone saw them. I don't know. Dude, guys, this is nuts. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We'll get some KOTOR 2 running here. I've had to do this research. I've got to figure out. I've had to basically figure out like what's going on around me, because things, you know, things are out of place when you live in the middle of nowhere and there's a police helicopter. I mean, that doesn't just happen. Gotta get Dalton in here, so you're gonna spam share. Dude, can I share my own stream? Is that something I can do? Can I share it as well? I'm like, hey, I might as well, right? The beacons, a Gondor lit. I need to figure out how to share my own stream. That's what I need to figure out. Like, I swear people do that all the time with me. So they might have took off running in the woods. That's possible, Kyle. Dude, that's possible. I believe you can invite all of your followers. How do you do that? See, I don't even know how to do that. How crazy is that? Let me do some Google search. Google search real quick. TikTok. How to invite my followers to my live. To notify your followers before broadcast, create a live event. Go to your profile, type. I mean, I guess I didn't really do that. Yeah, schedule that in advance, but tap the guests or plus / multi-guest icon at the bottom of your screen. Select invite to choose. Oh, interesting. Okay. While live. That's gonna change. I gotta change that wording. Use the multi-guest feature? What? I don't even know what that is, bro. But yeah. No, that's weird. Send the cops on your road. I said setting up a zone in case they came out. True, Kyle. Dude, yeah, like it's highly unusual, man. Like, I live next to a small town of maybe like 120, 130 people. Yo, what up, Dalton? Welcome back, dude. Said hi, YouTube and Purple app. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Dalton's here, man. Dalton, dude. Guess what's been happening in my area, man? Apparently there was like a burglary just like a day or two ago, and I was kind of reading up on it, and they stole like $500 worth of goods and a handgun as well. Well, today after work, I saw 2 cop cars drive to the end of my road, stop for a while, and then they eventually would like turn back and turn back around and then drive back towards the highway. So like I had that happen, and then as soon as they left, I heard a helicopter overhead. Like, there's literally a police helicopter outside looking for someone. I was pretty much just informed to like lock my doors, which I literally just unlocked them because I've got a brother who's out going golfing. I don't want to lock him out of the house and not be able to like be at the door whenever he gets back.
Dalton used blinker.
Much appreciated, Dalton.
Here we go.
Although I'm not gonna do a full-on blink.
3, 2, 1.
I'll do a hit. I won't do a full-on blinker because I gotta stay sharp right now. It's a weak one, and I know it. Oh, we're already here now. Dalton, beacons, a Gondor lit. Dalton just pushed the stream forward. Let's go, bro. Already on the screen. I don't have to do nothing. All right, dude, Dalton, thank you so much for the share, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, if you guys have any idea on how I can send out invites while I'm live, let me know. I know that's a thing. I know people are doing that. I just don't know how to do that. But while I'm here, I might as well pop my game in. Said yo chat. The beacons, a Gondor lit. Oh, Jedi Academy 2. Zacho, thank you so much for sharing the live, man. Much appreciated, dude. Dude, that's crazy. I like how it... Dalton, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. You're talking about Jedi Knight Academy 2? You're talking about... That'd be Jedi Outcast. Or were you talking Jedi Knight Jedi Academy? Or Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast? Or are they... Let's see. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Yes, no, so Jedi Academy is our first one in that
We
series.
have all
and then
but
it's,
destroyed the Jedi Knights.
so it's Jedi
The
Academy
old
and then it's
Republic
Jedi
is
Outcast.
crippled.
Does
They
that-
can do
does that follow
nothing
the
to
same
stop
character?
us now. But there is one thing
like, that's
standing in
really-
our way. One last Jedi
This looks like
who has yet to
this
choose
looks like the
his
type of
true
Star Wars
role
game
in the
that
galaxy.
people would have just
He
adored
joins
in that
us on
time,
the
that
path to
time frame.
darkness. Those who fight alongside him
All right. Jedi Academy 2. Dalton. Hell yeah. I say hell yeah. It's only $10. That's true. I say do it, man. I say do it. Should be a share icon on the sidebar. Gotcha, Prince. What if I'm looking from a different point of view? I'm looking at my TikTok live that has my live chat. It's got my, it shows top viewers. The gift live of
metrics,
honor.
stuff
Like
The
that.
fellowship grows
But there's
richer.
no share button, which is weird. I could check and see what this. That's just my language button. Never mind. Also, thank you so much for the gifts. I saw that. I saw Dalton coming through with 4 gifts. You took a blank and forgot your dog sitting. Ruh-roh Raggy. Ruh-roh Raggy is right. Those dogs they're probably looking for some Scooby snacks. If they're anything like my dog, if you don't keep them contained with gates or doors, he will wander out of the room and he will sneak around, and what he will do is he'll at least pee on one thing around the house. It's terrible. Like, I have to watch him like a hawk. I know he won't pee in here because I'm in here a lot. He won't pee. Well, I guess he did the other night, but I think that was an accident. But like, he never actually pees in my bedroom. So it's like two areas he will never do it, but he'll still sneak around and he'll find different places, guys. It's terrible. I cannot trust my dog at all. Which sucks. Meanwhile, my brother's dog will just chill. He won't move around, he won't do much. And he's a German Shepherd, but my dog Domri be like a pit bull mixed with American Staffordshire Terrier. I think that's what it was. He's got like a brindle coat. He just recently got a rescue dog. Gotcha, Zacho. Dalton, you said you used to have a husky and he would just get mad that you're not there and hide your stuff. That's funny. Okay, so I just talked to Solru for that extra mission, which I was told about last playthrough. Okay, perfect. And we already came through here, so that was our last guy to really talk to. We have yet to go to the medical lab, so let's go. I say we go check that out. Ooh, we also got the defense droid station and workbench. Ooh, what about that turret station though? That connects to another room. I actually don't think we could get to those. Let me turn around and see if I can get to this other room. So nah, jet tripping. Controllers, wait. Controllers, shoes, my special spices, whatever I use the most. Oh, like literally anything. Anything with your smell on it. He was like, I'm gonna hide that. I feel like that would, dude, that would mess with me so much. Like, what if you wake up the next morning and he just has a bunch of your shit already hidden and you gotta get to work? This dude would only hide one shoe though. Oh, okay. Damn, okay, so those doors were locked. Yeah, I couldn't get through there, so we might unlock more areas a little bit later on. Private door? Oh, no, can't open it. So that room, we've already been in there, I'm pretty sure. I might as well, I'm gonna go activate that dialogue, guys. Oh, maybe not, it was just the 2 settlers. I might check my journal real quick. Make sure we're still advancing here. Farm equipment, bonus mission. Okay, that's the moisture vaporator mission. Alright, relics of the past. You get permission to go to the Enclave ruins. That's what I wanted to see right there to make sure that we were on track. Alright. Oh yeah, you guys are playing Battlefront? Hell yeah. Zeron, the military leader Akunda, said there's a reward for anyone who can clear the Kinrath caves. Oh, bet. Easy, guys. Anything else? I think that's about it. I mean, he said, yeah, he got hooked on it. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah, nice. That's always, dude, that's such a good one to just grind out from time to time. It's always a good, like, fallback option. Well, it's for me, it'd be like a fallback option that just turns into the main option for a minute. Goes from being like, oh, it's just my fallback option for the day into, oh, now I'm just playing it for the next like 3 months. It's about how it goes for me. It's like, you know, I haven't played in a while. Let's try this. I'm just not feeling the same game I've been playing, and then next thing I know, that's the only game I play for a while. So back to the Ebon. We could go back to the Ebon Hawk. I don't think we got areas to explore down here. There's a path over here. Follow this path. Let's go explore, guys. Dude, Dalton coming through with more likes. I see we're over 1,000 now. What are those? We could wound them. We could frag them. Guys, we can use affliction on them. We could force lightning. Oh hell yeah! To me, sorry, I keep forgetting to put certain words I found in old yards. Oh damn, that's crazy. Dude, that's what I'm thinking, Prince. That's what they look like. Yeah, get them out of here. They look creepy, man. Well, the good news is I can force shock them in one go. Force lightning them. Oh, they poison Atten, my man. You gotta do something about that. Well, I can just do this number. As soon as his health starts going down, heal. It's actually not draining at all, even though he's poisoned. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Hit him with that lightning. Dude. Zach, thank you so much for the like on the live, man. The Kinrath. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we're messing him up. We're gonna mess him up with lighting. Just 100%, guys. Look at this. Oh, he got us once. Oh no. Oh no, I'm worried. Force lightning again. Let's do it. One does not simply ignore the like button. Thank you guys so much for the likes on the stream. Let's go. Can we loot them? I guess I got another area we could go to. What's this? The Enclave Courtyard. I don't know if I want to go there just yet. I don't even know. I gotta figure out where the caves are at, guys. I feel like I get lost every time. I remember getting lost all the time on Dantooine on KOTOR 1. I might run night speed. Just gonna leave my my party members in the dust. I guess that's the only way we can go, so we're just gonna do that. Alright, so you guys are probably on the other side of the first area. Or the caves. Wow, I don't know why it just said calves. That's crazy. I've been working with cattle today. A little bit. What we got up ahead? Salvagers? Oh yeah.
Capelay gathered a group to go to the sub-level. They're probably all gonna get killed.
Cool. You salvagers have any loot I can steal?
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
Whoa? So, dude, you're making me sick with that blur. What blur? Wait, what are you talking about, Dalton? Maybe we'll just go, I guess I am a salvager, technically. Oh, the speed boost? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not very, it doesn't look very good on original Xbox. It looks terrible. I'm gonna tell her I guess I am a salvager.
We don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find. You don't look like you're gonna crawl around.
I told him I don't need her
If you
permission.
want to go to the sub-level, you are gonna need the administrator's permission, though. Well, you're welcome to go down there and die. The Lagreks are hungry. Could use
Guys,
a
can we
treat.
kill this person? Is that a thing? Can we just wipe her out? Can we fight her one-on-one? It's cool because you're in my pocket 7 out of 10 times. It's funny. You'll buy groceries to buy some. Alright, what do you think you'll find? I'll be going now. Well, I'm going to the ruins. I've come a long way.
If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place
Why would I
that
help
has
her out?
anything is the
She's been
sub-level.
rude to me.
And only a couple of fools have gone there. And they're now dead fools. Yeah, I'd like to do the decent thing and get their bodies and put them to rest. That hole isn't a fit place for a salvager. So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies. I'll pay you 500 credits for each of them.
That seems unusually generous of you. Oh, okay. Awareness? You can alter the will on the bodies. Oh, that's crazy. Oh? Awareness? That seems, sure.
Less salvagers that are still here. I have to stick together.
How we going? Alright, cool. I will run this way. Oh shit, what is this? Oh man, this was like the temple, wasn't it? Oh yeah, there's the little outside area. Oh shit, guys, this place got messed up. Dude, they fucked up Dantooine. Holy shit. I was like, man, I recognize this place, and I just started seeing these giant craters just everywhere. So you've had 3. You said you've had 3 Mountain Dews. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, Zacho. You know how great that is playing video games and then drinking some Mountain Dew. That was so much fun back in high school. This is way too much fun. It's such a good combo. Improved force scream. See how they like that. Ooh. Bro, I will shock them all. Get out of here. And then shock them. Look at this. Look at this. Now we got this. We got this. One more shock. Oh, nope. He's out. We're on flurry. Oh, he's missing. Guys, we're missing. We're missing everything. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Wow. I'm on Dantooine right now. No. Dantooine. Yeah, no, I haven't even messed with it, to be honest. But I get to upgrade Atten, so I'm kind of happy. Point cost, points remaining. We only have 1. Well, he's got a modifier plus 3 on Dex. Bro, that's crazy. I freaked out. I heard my dog lapping up water. He was drinking water, and it got me worried. But we're gonna run. I think I can now run. Look at security now. I can run that. This is on Atten. He's got decent awareness. Demos. Not a bad way to run. Dex is always good for ranged attackers. Gotcha. That's basically how I'm using them. Can also switch characters to use their skills to craft at the workbench. Gotcha. I did not realize that with the workbench. We're gonna run. Faster rapid shot would be nice to get at some point. This is top 1, blaster pistol, which I'm fine with. Master toughness is always nice to get too. I think for now, I would like to run one of these abilities so that he at least Master rapid shot. Might go for it. Said finesse, melee weapons is helpful for high dex as well. Gotcha. Sneak attack. Get another sneak attack ability. Alright, let's now we got 4 remaining skill points, alright. Keep upping these. And then stealth 1. Okay, actually he's got several upgrades. Holy shit. We need to save those. And then stasis? Hell yeah. Look at this. Look at this. We'll freeze him. Look at that. Oh, that didn't do shit. Guys, it failed. Well, technically, this is what I should do. Boom. Night Valor. And then we should be running stasis. There we go. Hella damage against incapacitated opponents, like bonus 20 or more. They were talking about sneak attack. Gotcha. Yeah, I've literally never snuck around in this game, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I ever will.
More where that came from.
I'm having so much fun just running around like I am. Oh boy. Doesn't have any more force left. He does. My guy does. Shock him. Actually, no. Let's go affliction. Alright, so not just for stealth. Think of it as sucker punch. That's what I'm saying, Dalton. I don't sneak around. I got a lightsaber, man. Like right now, I got swords. I'm running in this bad boy, and I'm fighting. I'm fighting head on.
More where that came from.
Come on, Dad. Use that rapid shot, man. Use that rapid shot. Oh, I gotta level him up again. Well, at least we can use this as a heal. I love this. I love that this is even a thing. I've got lots of I got the ability to sneak around with Haddon, I know that. But will I? I probably won't. Okay, so he should be good on the health again. I feel like I'm not even worried, we're chilling. Haddon just has to turn around when he shoots. I'll feel a little more comfortable. He's not even hitting them. We're switching weapons with Kriya. Run more melees, and everyone's missing, by the way. We literally haven't hit them in the last like 10 to 20 seconds. So did you know before Jedi had the lightsabers, they actually used Force? Ooh, okay. Kind of like what we see exactly what we see in KOTOR. So the Sith did not. We're sure about the Jedi. So how is it possible that we literally can't hit this animal? Is that like what's going on there? There's one hit. There's another hit. There's a miss. Look at that. Everyone's missing. Everyone's missing. Someone got one hit. Why does it take us so long to hit him? Someone hit him! So yes, before the power pack sabers, they use Force. I do believe Beskar. Beskar. Oh, Beskar armor. Is that what you're talking about? I can't run heal. Dang. Okay. Well, that kind of like messed us up, not gonna lie. And we haven't even gone through the front door yet. We got Kriya with the heals. Just auto regenning those our force basically. There we go. Yeah, we should be good now. Tabasco, I believe, is a Mandalorian specific. Maybe cortosis? During the imbuing process, so they invented power packs. Ooh. Door to the upper level of the enclave won't open, judging by the damage to the exterior is completely caved in. Can't bash it in either. Shit. Guys, we can't go that way. That sucks. Can't go up there. There's nothing for us to do, so looks like we just have to go around here. Oh, there's a bunch of soldiers. Okay, sweet.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're
Alright.
missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a cath hound, he's the one with the backpack.
Dude,
Did
it's
anybody
the
grab anything
salvagers.
from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
What we got here? What's the problem? I'm heading for the ruins of the enclave. I want you out of my way now. Wait, I'm just gonna say, what's the problem? Well, I'm heading for the ruins of the enclave. Man, it like doesn't really matter what I say. I'm gonna say, what's
I
the
managed to
problem?
get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sub-level, and we get swarmed by Lagrex. And even then we fight our way out. But of course, the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I
Damn.
bothered.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you that, so stay out of it. Nothing. Find out for yourself.
Alright. She's
I'm
not
not
gonna tell us
interested in
anything?
training the competition.
Dude, she's
now,
just a
if you
dick for no
don't
reason.
mind, we're going someplace
She's
you
being
can't
mean. She's
eavesdrop
being
on us
rude.
and get down to our business.
Did I fight her? Why'd they just run through us like that? I think the one dude just ran in place for a second. Purposely trying to cross between us. Alright, let's run. Let's do this. Here we go. I should have saved. But we will save here after. Oh, I got a phone call I gotta take, guys. Gotta take a phone call. Alright, we're back. We're back. Had to take a phone call there. So, yep. What is this? Why is this? Why are they giving us a giant terminal room? Oh, it's a locked door? Yo, it's a decent loot in the Enclave, gotcha. That's the garden, courtyard. I don't know where I'm going to. Maybe if I should probably go to the garden first since it's right there. Like, I'm just kind of skipping past it, not meaning to. Let me run around there, go to that garden real quick. Just make sure we aren't forgetting anything. Yep, there's gonna be loot for sure. Can I pick up a gas mine?
What is it?
Come on. Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's actually working. For some reason, in the first game in KOTOR 1, this never worked for me. What, maybe I just finally have demos upgraded? I thought we'd get loot here. There's nothing for us. It's a league rag. What up, guys? Oh, I see some loot. Don't mind if I do. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. Let's go. Oh, yeah. We're gonna shock them all, guys. I couldn't move with them like I wanted to. Come on, get him, get him. Let's go. Let's go.
This shall not stop us for long.
Alright, guys, what are we gonna get in this fuck? 172 credits. We got 11 components and a med pack and a viper sword. Hey, not terrible. There's like nothing in here, right? Other than that, though, that goes back out. If we go straight ahead, I got no loot. There's something here. I think it's just a dead body. I think that's all it is, man. Yeah, it's just a skeleton. No loot, man. You'd think you'd at least get something. Flex heavy armor. Alright, bet. That's all we get there. Alright, guys, so now I think we either can go north or south. Let's just go north now. Dead, dude. Oh my gosh, there's more. There's more. Come on now. Dude, okay, we got more. These guys are just swarming the place. Honestly, don't even know what I would do without these dark Jedi robes right now.
Is someone out there?
Ooh.
Anybody? Help! I could, but if there's another one of those damn beasts out there, I'll stay put. You must be.
See what he does. Can we still fight him or kill him or do something here?
Thanks for saving me. I thought those.
You sold. Oh, Solru. A defective. Yes. Yes.
Oh, what do I know about moisture vaporators? Well, I told him I wasn't sure if it would work or not.
Hey, buddy. I've played enough card games to know a bluff when I see one.
Hey,
can we please
Atten's
talk about
chiming
this later
in.
when we're not in danger of being
Prince, we
eaten by
got Atten
Lagrex?
chiming in now on some of the dialogue. I love this. No, we will talk about it now.
Sorry, I gotta go. You can meet me in the salvager camp.
Guys, call me insane. Call me insane. Dude, should we just do, should we go with you would run away from me, die then coward? Should we kill him? I mean, surely we get dark side points if we just go ahead and kill him, right? That's what I'm talking about, guys. Yes. Yes. Yeah, dude, I got Atten too. I have Kriya. She won't be happy, but I don't really care. Let's do it. Let's do it. You would run away from me, die then coward. Dark side points. I haven't even watched this. Instant death, guys. Instant death. Watch. Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive. Now he's dead. We received the lightsaber emitter fixture. Said her influence doesn't matter unless you want skill bonuses. Gotcha.
Your brutality grows tiresome.
Influence last. Oh shit. So yeah, you're talking about the lightsaber component. Assuming I have to get way more parts though. Is there? I guess there's no way to see like what I recently collected. Usable misc. It's not usable, it'll just be misc, I think. I just want to take a look at the item itself. There it is, the lightsaber emitter fixture. One of 3 components needed to construct the lightsaber. Alright, bet. Yo, Danny, thank you so much for the like on the live, man. Princey said might have what you need already after caves. Talk with our new guy. Got more enemies up here. Yeah, so I still need to go to the caves after this. And both of them, bro. Dude, that force lighting's deadly. Anything in here? No, there's nothing in here. But we have a door here. Oh. Never mind, please.
I hear you.
Just say the word.
Never mind. There we go. Alright, now we should be ready to just head on in. Alright.
I hear you.
I want my guy, so we can just shock everyone. Or anything. Salvager corpse. Ooh, okay, we got an enemy. Another leg brick. Stag him out. Alright, let's just continue on around. Scout out the rest of this area. Boom, dead. Guys, we're just smoking them with this. I mean, it's literally just force lightning every time. There's just no question about it. Now, just get the lighting. Let's go. Just end it. Okay, so we got a stuck door. We're gonna bash it. Alright, just keep doing this. No, what? He ran straight and I wasn't even pushing my stick forward. He just ran straight on his own.
Yes.
Just say the word.
I think he wanted to just sacrifice himself for no reason. Where's this enemy at? Oh, there he is. Hold up. We got no more. Alright.
I hear you.
Here we go. Got stasis. Let's go. Alright, now I guess we'll just keep going this way. Oh shit. We have a level up, so we're sitting alright. I'm not worried, I'm watching it. There we go. Alright, point cost. Just one. Can run intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Run charisma. Wisdom. I could run one wisdom, one intelligence. Well, I guess I don't have any more points remaining. Just go higher wisdom. And then skills, guys, we got 5 remaining points. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Boom. 1 into, actually, I'm gonna go 2 into security. Ooh, what if I go 1 into persuade? Ooh. Okay, I like that even better. And then our feats, we got Master Force Focus, bet. We are gonna run. Toughness would be really nice to get at some point. We are gonna check for any upgrades that we might have. I don't think there's really anything there. Yeah, I might just run toughness. Force channel, you might vary into the following powers this level. Alright, bet. I don't know what that does for us. We do have force redirection. As an upgrade, we got remaining powers actually. We got 2 powers. We could run plague. Watch this, guys. I'm gonna run plague. Oh, you're telling me force storm isn't available yet. Dang it. So we got 1 on plague, and then I'm gonna do force choke. Drain life. Wait, where's drain life? Sanity. Is it first tier? There it was. Drain life. I found it. A death field? People are shocked. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. That's gonna be wild.
I will suck you.
What's that doing, bro? We just can't hit him. You know how crazy that is? The drain life is a godsend. Let's go. Alright, there we go. Now Kriya's got, I wish we had a better heal. An improved heal would be really nice. Go improved energy resistance. I think that's what I'm gonna run. Alright, so put your character in forced channel stance, gotcha. How do I look at that script? Actually, no, it's not a script, it's just on here. Stationary Jedi support?
I heard.
I will silence this one. What is it? I keep it.
Check it, check it. We run heal from the menu. Those are heals. There it is. Okay, it's met back. That's so dumb. Like, why? Got the time to heal. Should have been putting down mines. So your MC, and it should be under lightsaber. Oh, that's what that was? Lightsaber style? I didn't even know that was a thing. MC. Now I don't know what you're talking about with MC. There's messages, because like in KOTOR 1, you would just literally change script with X in the menu. The icon before stances in game. Force channel, is that it? Like if I run, oh, she doesn't have it. Only my main character has that ability. Make sure to hit a what?
Yes.
Say the word.
Usables. To walk, change in, will boost force, recovery, and damage. Gotcha. Okay. Still gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna deal with these guys, because they're not dying. And I keep missing over and over and over and over, and it just doesn't really matter. Come on, bro. Yeah, I'm for sure dead. I haven't saved in forever, guys. I'm putting myself in a terrible spot. Oh, I'm gonna save here. What was our latest? 1622. I don't think I think I've only saved like once this game. Okay. This time around I've only saved once, which is insane. Like, I don't even know what to do. There's too many of them now. All my guys are gonna die. Frag, mines.
Everyone down!
How's that frag mine not doing anything, huh? What? It did like no damage. There's a method to send out droid boomers. That did no damage. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. Is it plague? How does a frag mine not hurt him? Gas mine, sonic mine, should slow them and make it easier to hit. How do I? Oh, you were talking about them having that. Still getting slapped. Still getting slapped. It doesn't even matter. Drain life? Would drain life just simply drain his health? Or does that not do as much as you think it would? I'll just do plague like Prince said. Oh, you said and heal you. Oh, okay. Drain life. lightning? I don't have lightning. There we go. Oh, I got more. Same. Plague also reduces their max health. Gotcha. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Why? Guys, how do I get the game to quit flipping my screen back and forth as I'm trying to run? B? Okay, B took the auto lock off. Thank you. Literally all I wanted. Sliding. There's another one. Well, that and just got fucking. You got dropped. We'll go. It does add. Ooh, okay. Strength. It's med bags. Do plague. Hadn't got back up. It doesn't make sense, guys. It does not make sense. How does Atten get back up? Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. I just want to attack. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, let's get back. Force plague. Come on now. Let's go. Atten fucked him up, guys. Yeah, that's a special ability to revive himself. Dude, that's crazy. Hell yeah. Kinda dig it.
I hear you.
Then we can level him up. Look at that, demos and awareness and security, bro. Run those feats as well. I'm gonna keep working on that improved rapid shot. Also, sneak attack activates when attacking from behind. Gotcha. Okay. Look at Atten slowly going towards the dark side.
Yes.
Kriya can actually heal, which is dope. Even if it's only that much. She should regenerate. Actually, they're both regenning.
What is it?
Just say the word.
I hear you.
Just say the word.
Alright, let's run. Let's go, we're gonna recover the mine I put down. Let's look at sneak attack and feats for better details. I can do that. I can do that at another point. Oh, you ran up on me.
I hear you.
Kriya, why do you just keep running? She needs to just stop.
Outside. I hear you. Just say the word.
We'll run ranged with that. And my guy, he's the only one I can truly like be aggressive with, honestly.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kriya. Oh well. You know what, she's fine. She'll survive.
I hear you.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Who's this guy? What? Who are you? Thanks for the polite bow. You must be a gentleman. I wasn't expecting to find anyone else here alive.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
Oh, the light's almost fallen. Holy cow. It's kinda off. Oh well. He's a historian and scientist for the Republic. Alright. What are you doing here? Why do you work for the Republic? Tell me about the Republic. You look familiar to me. I'll be going. We're gonna go with. You look familiar.
I
to me.
imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time.
Right.
What else
Yo,
would
what
you
up,
like to
Zacho?
know?
Said you were back. Sorry, I went down a rabbit hole. All good, man. Sure, I didn't miss anything on YouTube here. There we go. And
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why? What answers do you seek? It has been my experience that Jedi rarely answer such questions, or instead indulge in half-truths.
Ooh, alright.
Exiled you. It is strange they would sentence you and not speak honestly of your crime.
Oh.
It is not the
Alright,
Jedi
bet.
way
Tell
to
'em.
lie.
Tell 'em.
Well, no, that is not true. There are times when truth is concealed if they think a greater good can be achieved. But when such things are done, it is always done with the intention that the person they withheld truth from cannot be trusted with that knowledge, that it will bring harm upon themselves and others.
Damn. Damn. Well, lying is lying, even from a certain point of view. They exiled me because of some reason other than the Mandalorian rewards. I think it had to do with my loss of connection to the Force.
Perhaps there was some greater danger in you knowing the reason than in the reason itself. Strange. Mysterious are the ways of the Jedi. Sometimes they see things the rest of us do not. Other times, such sight brings arrogance and a fall. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
Alright, bet. Oh, I need to get off of this
I am
now.
an historian. Before you go... What answers do you seek?
Oh my gosh.
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is
Okay,
strange
see
the
what he says
Jedi
about
would
the
not be
Sith?
there to meet
My
them,
Sith answer?
and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith.
Trust me, the Sith are out there. They've been hounding me since... Oh.
No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith
Dude,
to
no
be
way.
strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khoon and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport.
Dude,
You may
he's
find me there if you
he's
have more
referencing
questions.
people we know. Alright, what do we got over here? 3 dead mercenaries lay here, accompanied by signs of combat. Ooh, okay. They're all killed by a lightsaber. Let's go. Hey. We are the mercenaries on Dantooine. Vrook has wandered into the Enclave alone. You will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring them to our nook in the Kinrath Caves to await transport to Nar Shaddaa. It will fetch a fine bounty. That's crazy, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, and then this door to my right, I'm going to open that up and explore it just a little bit, and then I will be hopping off for the night after I get that done. So we're roughly
Dalton
5 to
used
10
blinker.
minutes out. Yeah, Dalton,
Here we go.
Let's go. Alright, bet. The audio cut. I don't know why the audio cut, but we're still doing it, Dalton. We're still doing it. We're still doing it. We're still doing it, Dalton. Maybe not your blinker, Zacho. There's my light. Alright, we're good. I had to get that light back up. But yeah, guys, we're gonna... Hold on, we gotta make sure we don't die here first. There we go. I want to go through this door, explore in here real quick, and then we will be... We'll hop back into our little chat scene and kind of close up. So why do you keep freezing? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Dalton? I'm here. There's nothing in here? Oh no, there's loot. Oh yeah. What else we got going? What are we working with here? It has some external damage, but everything else appears intact. Repair. Access system commands. Mainframe disconnected from children. Please contact the head technician to resolve this issue. Oh, that's dumb. Overload terminal. No. That would kill us. Camera control? Nothing? Work log? Well, log out. We got XP for that. Alright, let's unlock this door. And where are we at? What's the map showing us right now? Oh, we're just slowly making our way back to the very beginning. Yeah, just gotta go down these corridors. Alright, perfect. Another enemy. So this is where I'm gonna save, guys. And we'll go straight into fighting these things and getting back out of here and going straight to the... I'm gonna try to go straight for the caves tomorrow night. Game save number 3. So we're gonna keep that. Alright, now that we got that, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it on out. Does this menu bring back memories for anyone? I love it. But anyways, I'm gonna get some tunes on. Zach, you're saying yeah? Yay. Dude, hell yeah. Go and pop on some tunes. But we're gonna hop on over here, guys. So anyways, I'm gonna try to go live right around 7:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. Tonight I was shooting more for 7:45 to give myself a little bit more time, and then I had that weird stuff happen before, but yeah guys, so I'll be live again tomorrow night. I am currently live on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. All you guys have to do is look up iAchieve or iAchieve Studios. You guys will find me. You said, Dalton, you said great stream night, YouTube and Purple app. Let's go. Dude, hell yeah. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Yeah, we're going to get right back to it and just continue this grind. One night at a time, guys, and we'll get there.